Hello traders, time for the midday video. Today is November 5th, 2009. It's around 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. The markets have been rallying thus far since the open. Futures on the back of futures looking pretty swell going into the open. Right here we're looking at the S&P 500. Taking a look into the daily. If you look past all these trend lines, they are important, but not for the point I'm about to make. The MACD is making a bullish divergence. In the days ahead, I think that we can come above the zero line and extend this up leg further, getting some nice green candlesticks like we did back here. Going into the hourly, you could see some pretty bullish fractals, like this one right here. This inverse head and shoulders were forming with a triple bottom as a head bouncing off the max pain line. As it stands, it is looking kind of top heavy right here. Going into the close, I'm thinking that we would go sideways, maybe with an upside bias. I'm looking for a rally. If you zoom into the 15 minute, you could see on the daily we also have an inverse head and shoulders pattern. This formation right here, this big head, peanut head if you will, was the same type of base that we saw way back when. I'm not sure if I have enough data, but this up leg way back when, it gave the same formation at the bottom, and it's on the 15 minute as it stands right now. If you zoom into the 5 minute data, you can see this is that same thing we saw on the 15 minute, but zooming into the right leg, you can also see another inverse head and shoulders pattern with confirmation on the MACD. What I'm looking for is this candlestick right here to hold above the 10 EMA, maybe going down and touching the 30, or so, but not going too much lower than that. I see support around this level right here, this line right here. I wouldn't like to go too much farther than that, but if we could stay above the 10, that would be uber bullish. As you can see right now, we're testing away at that. That would set us up for a nice rally into the close. The dollar is confirming it is staying on the hourly below the 75.91 level on the hourly, and if you zoom in, you could see that same confirmation as we pull back with after a test of the 200 EMA. And right now we're consolidating in the moving averages with a downside bias. Looking at the MACD, it looks as if this blue line, if we extend lower in the short term, the next couple 5 minute candles, that would give some downside pressure to the dollar, making that rally into the close more probable. Looking at the VIX has been selling off nicely on the hourly for most of the day. This white dashed line represents the start of the day, but if you look back a couple days, you can see the high of 31 and how we just sold off. We are approaching support on with the 200 EMA on the hourly, also coinciding with the resistance support line from the past around the 24.90. If we reach that by the close, maybe the open, we might have a lot of implications for tomorrow. But going inside of the hourly, like say the 15 minute, you can see how we are finding resistance among the EMAs. In this case, the 10 candle EMA with a bearish bow tie on the VIX. The trend has been somewhat mixed, but it is also finding resistance on the EMAs. The equities I am playing is Google and Apple. You can see that it's facing nicely right here, consolidating after a nice run up, a gap that never filled. So that looks good to my eye. Also, the Apple, that was Google, this is Apple, doing somewhat the same. That's what I see to my eye as far as what's going on in the markets. I did, in the chats we were talking about Amazon earlier, and it also looks nice here, although it is a bit scary after such a big gap and run up, but it is having some nice bullish confirmation as it finds support on the EMAs, in this case the 10, 30, 50 EMA on the hourly. So it does have a lot of upside potential. It's just that, it is overextended, but I do like this formation, which can be seen in more detail on the daily. A price target, a level of interest would be the 130 mark. I do think it is possible that we could see that level. Well, happy trading going into the end of the day. I probably won't be around for a end of day video, but I may give a post-market / pre-market video going into the open early in the morning tomorrow. Well, happy trading. Trade on, trade well, trade smart. ODK out.